This perp back with another video, and man, Doom Patrol is back with season 3. Season 2 was dope. Season 1 was dope. This is the best comic book series out right now. Period. No debate, no discussions. But before I get into this review, hit that like button, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at perpminded420. Yes, so I just got done watching the very first 3 episodes of this season. I love how they're rolling out these series, giving us like at least 2 or 3 episodes to start with, because we have a lot to dive into. There's a lot of new characters that we get introduced to in these 3 episodes. Let's start off with episode 1 though, because this is where the events of season 2 kind of get followed up. You know, we find out what happens with Dorothy and the candle maker, and how she kind of was able to get him under control. That's interesting. So she has that ace up her sleeve. I don't know if we're ever going to see the candle maker again, but the candle maker is a fantastic like villain like character. Niles is dead. That was pretty crazy. I liked how they did the recap. You know, you had Cliff watching the tape back and stuff like that. That was really interesting and creative. But now that Niles is kind of dead, and the Doom Patrol has to kind of find their own purpose once again. And I feel like they do this a little bit too much in Doom Patrol. I could see that being somewhat of a negative. You know, when are these characters going to actually become heroes? But that's the whole point. They don't want to be heroes, even though they have no choice but to. Larry is kind of going through things again with the negative spirit. I'm curious to see where that goes. But it seems like what I like about this season in general is we're getting more focus on certain characters that kind of took a back seat last season, like Rita. Rita is definitely a main focus, one of the main focuses of the first 3 episodes, because once you get to episode 2, we get introduced to the Brotherhood of Evil. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping they flesh that out a little bit more throughout this season, or maybe give us more of the Brotherhood of Doom, of Evil in later seasons. That's what it seems like, because Mr. Nobody is still out there somewhere. We just don't know where. If he's going to pop up at the end of this season, that'd be dope. So yeah, the first episode is pretty much them coming to terms of what happened to Niles. A lot of them are pissed off, like Cliff. He's kind of mad that he's done this to us and now he's leaving. And some people, some of them, you know, try to play it off like they don't miss him, but obviously they miss him. Episode 2 is where we really get into some interesting territory. Like I said, talking about the Brotherhood of Evil, they hire this guy. I'm drawing a blank on his name. It's on the tip of my tongue, but it's like this. His design reminded me of Piccolo from Dragon Ball Evolution. He was hired to pretty much find Rita and kill Rita, but he ended up going to like this resort or this vacation spot and ended up just getting comfortable, and just years and years went by. It's really funny, his character too, because he has this guy, like a henchman, I guess, that follows him around to play as like his theme music. I think it's hilarious, but I do want to see more of the Brotherhood of Evil. I do like this vacation episode though. I'm talking about episode 2 still, where, you know, they're kind of just at peace and they want to just take a break from everything. Cyborg kind of picks up on who this character is. He kind of puts 2 and 2 together. Like, this guy's a villain. He might be up to no good, not knowing that he kind of gave up. And it's interesting because how they cross paths is Cliff is introduced to this character first, and they really kick it off because they both hate Niles. um, so, oh yeah, I forgot to mention Rita was left behind a key. A key was left behind for Rita in the end of episode 1, and Niles told her, keep safe of that key. There's hidden this hidden phone behind the bookcase that Rita just ignored the call, and that's why they went to a vacation in the first place, not knowing what that was. We also have another mysterious character that we see in episode 1 and 2. I think it's Madame Rogue. She's looking for Niles. Don't exactly know what her motives are, but I'm assuming that we're going to get those answers in episode 4. Now, Kipling is up to something really interesting because I completely forgot about the sex ghosts and stuff. We see Niles actually confront Cliff as a Force ghost. I'm just going to say it like that because that's exactly what it looked like. You know, Niles is about to just indulge in some sexual activity with one of the ghosts, and then Kipling digs up his grave and we just see a severed head, and I'm just like, what is he up to? What is Kipling up to? What is he going to do? So the henchman that was with the green guy ends up doing what he failed to do, killing him, knocking out everybody in the Doom Patrol, pretty much putting them at the brink of death. Rita comes face to face with, I guess, the Madame Rogue character because her abilities are very similar to Rita's. Hell, she can kind of shapeshift, and I'm wondering what that's all going to be about. Is Madame Rogue like Rita's mother or something like that? That would be really interesting. I want to see more of her character and just really get her backstory. Now, let's get into episode 3 because this was interesting. So, the Doom Patrol ends up in like this purgatory. They're not really dead. So, Larry comes back from whatever trip he's at because the negative spirit is not fucking with him for some odd reason. I don't know why we keep going through that. They really got to make up their mind with the negative spirit. Just a little nitpick. Other than that, Larry sees all his friends dead. Dorothy comes back because she, in previous episodes, went to make sure her father gets a proper burial, and comes back and sees everybody pretty much dead. She says, yo, I know somebody. And this is where we get introduced to the most interesting part of episode 3, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of these characters. The Dead Boy detectives. It's like Edwin, Charles, and Crystal. They're 2 dead detectives, and I just really like how they introduce those characters and how they use those characters to help reconnect with Cyborg, Cliff, Larry, and Rita, because they're kind of in their own almost afterlife or purgatory. Like I said, you have Cyborg talking to his mom, reconnecting with his mom, apologizing. You have Cliff talking to his father. We're getting a little bit more backstory on him. You know what I'm saying? While Larry is trying to figure everything out, he's kind of like the conduit to kind of reach these characters. Jane, we get more backstory on, Kay. It's really dope how we're fleshing out these characters. They still have a lot more backstory to be told. A really good moment, but they're able to be saved. But it's just so interesting, this whole other world with the Dead Boy detectives. I can't wait to see if that gets turned into a full-fledged series. Overall, I think this was a very strong start to the overall season because we got a ton of other things to cover. Where is Mr. Nobody? Is he going to pop up? And I like that this season is really going to focus on the Doom Patrol without Niles. And how that's going to go, them becoming their own heroes, becoming their own characters. Um, what's Cyborg going to do about Ronnie, because she's out there wilding and stuff like that. So he's going to have to confront her at some point at the season. How is Rita going to, cope with everything? Also, I forgot to mention, Crazy Jane went through some crazy stuff in the first episode as well, because we found out that dark spirit in her was the one that was killing all her personalities and stuff. And I like that scene as well, of them all coming together to pretty much defeat that entity. So yeah, man, there was a lot in these 3 episodes. I want to see more of the Brotherhood of Evil. I want to see that kind of get fleshed out, but I feel like that's going to be more of the Doom Patrol's endgame. I'm curious to see what Kipling is going to do with Niles' head, if he's going to try to resurrect him or something like that, use him for something else. Larry, what's he going to do with the whole negative spirit? I like that Rita is getting more shine. She definitely has more control over her powers. I don't know what's going to be going on with Cliff, because he's got this like thing going on with his brain. I think he's going to end up getting a new body. I feel like that's why Silas is going to, he's going to do is give him a new body. Yeah, this is just my take on the first 3 episodes. If I missed anything, let me know. I know I was just kind of briefly skimming over all the episodes. Looking forward to episode 4. Definitely going to review that one. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about these episodes and how you feel about the season so far. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.